Hello, I'm Paloma Martinez, and this is our first edition of the Cav Report for 2019. Students looking for a breath of fresh air should seek out Galileo's pavilion. Students from KU's School of Architecture had sustainability in mind while designing and constructing this building. There are 10 species of plants that line the walls of the lounging area and classrooms. This 3,000 square foot building makes for a great learning environment as well as a place to relax and study. Other features of the building include repurposed chalkboards, solar panels, sun shading, wind turbines, and a rain cistern that is used to water the plants in the building. Students in fine arts, graphic design, and film departments have the opportunity to take classes in the college's newest building. Here's Vincent Amuri with the story.
This semester, all of the fine arts classes previously held in the ATB, in addition to film and graphic design classes, are now in the new Fine Arts and Design Studios.
I like it. It's very bright and white. And it being an art building, I would have expected it to be more like colorful and, I don't know, some art in it. But I guess since it's new, it needs to be filled with art, so we have better like light control for art. So like we can set different moods and shadows. So
Although classes are being held in the FADS building, there is still some work to do until it is completely finished.
It has been frenetic up to this point. I mean, a lot of things happened in a very short period of time in terms of moving over the break. There's a few things still coming yet. It's getting there. As a sculptor and sculpture professor, the old spaces were not quite as safe as they should be, and so we have better ventilation. We have more up-to-date, cutting-edge facilities that we're badly in need of updates. So I think that what we're getting outweighs any sort of stresses that are being caused by the continued construction.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Vincent Amiri.
Some students are upset after the college sent an emergency alert early in the morning to notify the closing of the school. Here's the story.
Although the weather conditions are not always predictable, most students are criticizing the short time that the college takes to send alerts, canceling classes.
I was pretty upset that it was pretty early in the morning and pretty late message, considering that I already woke up and started getting ready. I don't necessarily check my phone the very first thing in the morning.
I know that there was a lot of people who had classes at like 7 a.m., so they were waking up at 5 trying to get ready for school, and when they checked their phone, they saw that school wasn't even open.
Others assumed that some of the college population lives far from the school, so they considered that being notified 1 or 2 hours previous to the college opening is not fair.
Could have sent the email a little bit sooner. I believe they should have sent it out earlier, like a day before.
However, some students think it would be fine to have a school despite the weather conditions.
I think we should have had school. I was driving around at 6 o'clock after work and the roads were fine. I think we should have had school that day.
Officials from the college were unavailable to comment. A few days ago, the college sent out an emergency alert to students and the staff at 4 o'clock in the morning, announcing that all classes and activities were cancelled due to the icy conditions. For the Campus Ledger, Paloma Martinez.
Starting in February, Ride KC will expand transportation options beyond its bus service by testing a microtransit app here in Johnson County. For 6 months, Ride KC will offer a ride-hailing service connecting people to work, school, and more. Rides to JCCC are provided for anyone within the service area boundaries. The service is available Monday through Friday between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. at a cost of $1.50 per ride. After 35 days, this 2018-2019 U.S. government shutdown recently came to an end. Jack McConaughey spoke with Financial Aid Coordinator Ashley Jost.
On December 22nd of last year, the longest government shutdown in United States history began. and finally ended on the 25th of January.
Not only did this result in 380,000 furloughed government workers, but also some students' financial aid. Ashley Jost, financial aid coordinator, spoke on the challenges the office had to face.
Honestly, there really hasn't been too much of an impact. It's been more questions and concerns from students. Students are still able to apply for aid and receive any aid they're eligible for because it was already approved by the government. I think probably the biggest challenge we see is just having to be more reactive. So when they announce that this is happening, we have to figure out what type of communication we need to change to the students. Any processing that we have to do on the back end really has to change. I mean, right now the students aren't seeing too much of an impact at all. It's really all the back end processes that we're having to update. One of the back end processes or delays that we've seen has been like with the selective service match. There have been some delays in that process, and then we've had to change what tax documents that we require from the students.
Jost had some advice for the students affected by the shutdown.
Yeah, just come see us. I mean, truly, we have a great team here, very knowledgeable people. If students are in a situation or if they're having troubles collecting the documents they need, just come see us and we'll help them through the process. And read your student email account. We send a lot of emails there and some very important information.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Jack McConaughey.
If you have a cell phone with an NFC reader, you can now pay for items by way of Apple Pay or Google Pay. Known as digital wallets, they are capable of storing your credit card onto your phone, so long as your bank supports the software. This eliminates the pain of keeping track on your physical credit card. The food court now supports both Apple Pay and Google Pay. Scan your phone where you will normally swipe or insert your physical card. That's all for this Cav Report. For all of us here at the Campus Ledger, we will see you next time.